Hello everyone. I'm here today off of work because it's Thanksgiving and I figured I could do an update video of the fans in my house before I go and meet with family and everything. So here we go. Here in the living room is the same archive original that's always been up here ever since I moved in. It's made in Taiwan model. And as you can see, it gets used regularly, and I do in fact need to clean it. But I think you'll find that a lot of the fans in the house are pretty dirty. So, yeah. But it works great. Hang on. Dogs keep looking out there at the neighbors and they're gonna start barking. That's what happens when your roof leaks. Here in the kitchen, I've got a Homestead Whisper Fan 3, I believe, is what it is. I got this at the Habitat by my cabin last year when Jody Victor was with me. And I got the light shade from Mario, who lives here in San Antonio. And I flush mounted it by using the screws that hold the motor up into the housing. It's stack motor, metal flywheel. Yeah, metal flywheel. And you know, it matches the cabinets real nicely. So up it went. And I have this vintage exhaust fan in here as well. It's very noisy, but very powerful. And here in the dining room I have a chandelier. No more ceiling fans in the dining room. That chandelier looks real good in here. Here in the back room, or den, there is the famous mirrored low profile original. And I do not know, even to this day, what these blades came from. But you can kind of see right here the outline of a pretzel bracket. You can see it better here. That floor is gross, isn't it? My dogs stay in here. Anyway. Like I was saying, it has the outline of a pretzel bracket on the blades. So I don't know what they came off of. I got them from Kelly. Yes, Kelly, who was arrested for child pornography. And he told me that they were off of a Victorian, but I doubt it. So I don't know, but that's what it is, low profile original. And I used to have a light kit on it, but I took it off because the ceiling in here is kind of low. And now I have these two lights, that one there and that one, which is a slightly bigger version of that one. And then this is up here for right now. That's a Menards fan I got from Martin Santiago. And you know, whenever I figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this room, which may even be just to tear it down and rebuild it, I don't know, but it won't be there because it doesn't need a little fan hanging in the corner. Here in the laundry room, I've got these Four Seasons, which I relocated from right there over to here. Put this Emerson seashell light on it with dark oak stencil blades, and I think it looks really cool. And I moved that there so that I could safely walk under it, because it's a slanted ceiling. So there it goes. And yeah, more fucking water leaks. Pardon my French. I have to get up and patch this roof again. That's a Vanity Fair I got from Jared Harrell. It's not powered. And this is a Hampton Bay Regatta I got from Christian Chandler. Also not powered. But that wire hanging from the ceiling definitely freaks you out if you don't know that it's dead. Because it used to go here. But now that's the only thing that's wired is the Four Seasons. And I want to wire it so it comes on with the light switch and get rid of the track lights. We'll see. I have to clean this room out first. So what happens when your mom dies and they sell the 3,000 square foot house that they lived in, and you're the only one who still lives in the same city. Out here on the porch, I've got the Regency. I can't remember what it's called. The 36-inch Regency outdoor rated fan that I got from Habitat here in San Antonio. And the Westinghouse Petite that I got new in box from a different Habitat here in San Antonio. And as you can see, they get used frequently as well, in addition to various other fans, because it gets hot under here. You got this fan that was free from the dump that my friend Mars uses. The guy who manages it saves him fans that come in, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but this one did, so he gave it to me to stick out here. And the Emerson 8-inch exhaust fan, which I want to replace with this 16-inch ILG, or ILG actually, because it's not really an acronym, that I got from Andrew Block at the Lake Houston fan meet. And there's the Dayton that also came from him that I'm going to put in my attic, along with some cool vintage lights. And I got some sitting there. Coming outside, I think a good detour to show this. A vintage fluorescent light. I'll take a walk over here to my shop. I just redid the doors on it. That's why the old ones are laying around, along with my toilet garden there. And you guys can meet my shop cat. He lives in here because my wife is allergic to cats, and she doesn't ever come in here. So he stays in here and keeps it mouse free. I got him from the apartment complex I work at. Hi. His name is Meowfoy. Like Malfoy from Harry Potter, except with a meow. He's a real sweet cat. Yes, he is. He wants me to give him food, which I will in a little bit. But in here, we've got an assortment. We've got the Harbor Breeze Baysider that is a childhood fan for me. We had it in the dining room of my house and later on apartment in Chicago. brass Hunter Infinity, which I keep this with the 30-watt CFL, or equivalent, I mean, on, so he has some light in here. He's all rubbing up against me. Brown SMC Industrial, and a white SMC spinner. Hey now. And the 56 Dayton Lasco. Over there is a World's Fair in need of a flywheel, which hopefully I can work with. Let's turn someone on. Over there we've got the Westinghouse, or not Westinghouse, Emerson 32-inch ornamental 6-bladed hotel fan, and there's the Encon Atlantic Air thing, and up behind there you can see the ILG 16-inch, just like the other one that I had in the patio. And I have an explosion-proof light up there by it. And then there's this mid-century one I got out of a house down Eisenhower in an old neighborhood nearby. And that one over there I got from Finders Keepers in Floresville. And then there's this warehouse light that I got also from Finders Keepers. And then I have the 3 1/4 porcelain fitter with a bug light in it. And a lot of my light bulbs are going out in here. Oh, and the Hollywood light over there, which I took out of an apartment at the complex I work at. And this black 1-piece toilet that's gonna go in the master bedroom whenever I build a bathroom. Think about it, Malfoy. We're gonna go take a look at the shed. I promise I'll be back to feed you. You gotta move. Move. Hey, you can't go out there. See, he wants badly to get out. Well, he doesn't usually want badly to get out. He wants me to feed him. He can wait. No. 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 Get back in there. Sneaky cat. It's not that I don't trust him to come out here. I just, I mean, there's nothing that will hurt him out here. I just don't know if he'll run away. Here on the back side of my shop, there's where the ILG is. And I've got this cool antique aluminum screen door. And we're going to take a look in the shed. Now he's throwing a fit. He acts like he's starving, but he's not. Alright. This is what the shed looks like since I cleaned out my storage unit. Yep. Including the minuet too that was hanging in there. And speaking of which, I have one hanging in here, along with the Encon Princess Petite 30-inch. And they both just come on when I hit the light switch, because there's a mildew problem in here. So I like to have the air movement. You can see over there. And my ultimate goal is to tear this shed down and double the size of my shop going this way. One of these days when I've got the money. Let me lock it back up so I don't have to come in here. Let's take a look at the rest of the house. My German Shepherd waiting for me. She loves me, along with the Husky and the others. There's my collie, Lily, Beagle, Petey, and that dog is known as a Catahoula. And I've got my gerbils. Bunny, his name is Frankie. The guinea pigs are hiding from me at the moment. They're right down in there. My hamster, who's in the little house. And the rats. There's Emma. And Rose is in the little house there. And Emma's kind of mean. Watch. She's fun. Alright, let's take a look. See? Here in the hallway. I put in these halogen. Oh yeah, that's what my smoke alarm was. These halogen lights. I put 4 of them in. So I don't have to have a light on this, which runs a lot, as you can tell. And it's so dark in here that I don't even really notice how dirty it is till it's on camera. But there it is. I need to finish painting in here. And then here's the Dayton antique fan that one of the ones I got from Architectural Antiques here in San Antonio. So I hung it with some blades I cut myself out of 1/4-inch plywood and stained them and varnished them. And that's the same thing that I did here to the Hunter original long ago. Here in the bathroom, I got the Hunter bath and dressing room from Nick Mika. And it, you know, needs to be cleaned. I didn't even clean it when I put it up there. It had been sitting in my storage for a while, so I need to clean it. But it works very well. Actually, this fan motor is not the original one. It's from a 42-inch Coastal Breeze. The original one started to buzz on me, so I changed it. With that, take a look in the quote-unquote guest room here. At the yeah, see, I was having problems with water leaks. I fixed a lot of them, but I still have more to go. Anyway, here's the Spirit of Saturn in all its glory. For those of you who are worried about putting an LED in a Teletouch fan, I could say that's been problem free ever since I installed it. And it dims just like it should. So no issues there. And one of the things that I made a point of finding was these purple glass knobs for the doors. This one's different, but it sure is nice. And those are hard to find. In here, we've got... Sorry, I forgot to make sure this one was turned off. The American-made Hunter Archive with the Tiffany light. It's not my particular flavor on this fan, but my wife likes it. So, there it is. And as you can see, it gets well used as well. but it's American. You can tell because you can see through the rotor to the ceiling, amongst other things, but that's the quickest way to tell. And I painted it just real quickly, as you can see. I didn't even bother to not paint over the pull chain because everything on it was already painted over, but I did remove the paint off of the tag as much as I could. But everything was painted over when I got it. It was painted with flat beige paint. Ugh. So I just sprayed it white. And all these runs and crap were on it before. It was real bad. And one of these days I want to strip it and restore it how it needs to be. But I was just ready to hang it, so I painted it with spray paint out in the driveway. And finally, the Phil Rich. That is a beast. I got this at the Habitat here in San Antonio, closest to my house. Ah, stinking dog, go away. And it's insanely powerful. And I'm just gonna turn it on to show. I said I need to stick the canopy back up there. It's coming out. But the fan's real light. I wasn't expecting much of it, but it's undeniably cool, so I wanted to hang it anyway. But it's freakishly powerful, despite how light it is. And then the light kit I got from Mario as well. So that's it. And that is an update of the fans in my house. Tomorrow I'm going to see Mars, who I mentioned in the video as the person who rewired this fan for me. And we'll see about doing one of the fans in his house. But anyway, till then, I hope you enjoyed.